Now, looking at this initial draft, I think Undying can really give some problem to their safe lane if they aren't very careful. Maddie, also a new player like CJ, so might have a hard time not stepping into... what is that spell even called? All right, so we're looking at the rollouts here. We got interesting first teams. Each player does, or each team has a new player on their team. Pretty interesting stuff. So we have CJ here on this Tidehunter. Played a handful of games. Most of them weren't even the actual game mode. Looking out here, pretty interesting. Let's look at his starting items. All right, Ring of Protection, Healing Salve. Pretty interesting. Wonder what they're going to do with that. We might be setting up for a play. Let's see if we have any smokes on this team. No. No smokes. See what they're going to do. Jellyfish, infamous fan of First Blood. See what they're going to do. Early ward here. Pretty well placed by Maddie. That's going to be able to prevent Meg from being ganked by this Pudge a little more.
30 seconds to battle.
Just dancing around this rune here. Interesting start from Speedweed here. He's really going to be able to run away, make sure his clarity doesn't get broken. Let's see if it pans out for him. Interesting, we do have CJ walking into tower. All right, he realizes he's out. One more for good measure. A cold shower in the beginning. Ooh, a little bit of a kerfuffle down here. Looks like the dire side is going to guarantee this rune and get a little greedy down here, but, you know, without the Tidehunter to back him up, I just don't think Strayer, with this limited regen, can really pull anything off here. And we have Thuggy going down. It's impossible to not die to Jellyfish early in the game. Oh, and insult to injury, he hooks the bounty rune. Not a great start for our dire squad. In the safe lane here, Speedweed's staying a little aggressive, trying to trap CJ. I think he's really looking to prey on this new Tidehunter, as well as Strayer. This is almost entirely newbie lane against two players that have played a much more amount. Ooh, a classic matchup that we don't get to see all that much lately. Now,
I think not.
all right, let me fix the camera there. Not too much going on here. Strayer really wants this. Ooh, CJ going to take that last hit from Strayer, but it's all right. A little slow on the start. Gonna really hard to deal with that dual breath in this lane. Even though Tide will be able to purge that off with Kraken Shell. Good stuff. Let's check out mid a little more. Looking a little even here. 2-2, 2-1. Jellyfish does have that assist going on. See what he's sending on his courier. Going to be really key for Meg in this matchup to just keep on clicking Jellyfish, staying behind some creeps. He does have... Oh, actually, this ward earlier in the game was dewarded. Very smart on the Radiant team. Ooh, ballsy hook for Jellyfish. He wants to get a commanding lead early on. We'll have to make sure to really look out for this lane. Now, let's see what Trevor's doing. This off-lane PA. Does have Mantis zoning him out a little bit. Thuggy CS not doing super great right now. We have a little bit of regen for Thuggy out of Maddie, but we don't have any wards coming. Check out top lane again, see if Thuggy's able to get a little more CS under his belt. Doing worse than PA, unfortunately. I think Dazzle's going to have a really hard time helping him out here. He's going to use the Poison Touch, try to get Mantis out of here. Dropping the Tombstone. Really going for the aggression here. Let's see if Matt can get a great shallow wave to save his carry. Unable to, unfortunately. Now, not really his fault too much. You know, you don't really want shallow grave that early. Oh, we got some aggression going on down at bot now. Oh, and they're split apart. Unfortunately, Strayer's the one they wanted behind the Fisher. He's going to get out safely. Now, Tide's very tanky. He can still walk out of the situation, but as a new player, it might not occur to him to just teleport out. Or getting... Oh, no! Hell in a Cell! It's over for our friendly Squid Man!
Cast upon the tides.
Gotta say, it's really rough to watch. Jellyfish, however, really making sure to stick to these runes here. He knows, and a hook onto Meglio! This is gonna be rough. Ooh, and that 2 int is going to be huge for him early in the game. Jellyfish buying back. Meglio's really going to dodge this hook. And he's unable to. Was it worth the buyback and stack? We can't say for sure now. But Pudge really will suffer from losing that in early on. Back to our safe lane here. Thuggy's still really struggling. 2 deaths. The one, you know, not the easiest lane to deal with. Ooh, tombstone down. Let's see what he has an answer out of here. He might just have to try to TP, but much easier said than done. Maddie gonna be real hard pressed. Can he use his wand? He's unable to. Meg TPing up. Might be able to take out PA, but it's a real stretch. He's very far away. Silencer very lacking in mobility early on. But we do have Jellyfish coming out. Ooh, and there's the ult. Let's get Mantis back into it. He doesn't want to lose that in. Either does Trevor. Ooh, they do. Meg does get the tombstone gold before passing. But Jellyfish really playing this aggressive early game. He does not want Silencer to get strong early. Let's see how our Radiant safe lane is going this time. Speedweed uses other clarities. Really just poking out here. Strayer, not much. He's going right for Morbid Mask. Interesting sustain idea, but if he doesn't want to rely on Tidehunter, then I think that's a valid option. If he just wants to be able to go jungle, if his team can make space up top, which it seems like they can. This off lane for Radiant, very strong right now. They're going to be able to bully Drow Ranger out. Drow now might be kind of locked in the jungle for a little bit. Not the ideal place for her to be. We have Meglio walking back with his bottle. All ranging up. Jellyfish still just with the ring of health, but it seems to be kind of working out for him. Ooh, it's going to do a lot of damage if it pops. Meg seeing blood in the water. Jellyfish's regen and tower regen. I think he makes it out of this. No problem. He'll be back to full before you know it. Bot lane, though, we have an... Ooh. Pudge is TPing in. I think the other team heard it. Big rotation from Jellyfish, even just to dissuade. Oh, and he hooks Earthshaker. Let's see them capitalize with this. This should be a kill. We only have 1 point. Nice path. Strayer should be able to get out as long as he doesn't stick around and take more DOT. Fortunately, though, that does mean Jellyfish is giving Silencer a little more time to farm up his items, get his gold back up. Ooh, Mantis coming in. Looks like he does have Tombstone available. If they can pull them up a little more forward, I think they can certainly do it. Likely in vision of this ward, though. That's a ping from the Dire side. Thuggy going in anyways. Ooh, a little bit of a game of chicken. We do have Silencer coming in. Not sure if he can really do too much about this. Mantis just too tanky. Even with his wand. Ooh, we have another death bottom. Ooh. Looks like this is going to be a game that's dependent on the off lanes and the mids because both safe lanes getting absolutely crushed during this. Do have Strayer going back in. Ooh, Meg roaming down here. Not great. We still don't have level 6 on this Tidehunter. Not even close. Not going to be able to do too much. 1 gush before he goes down in that macro pyre. And I don't think it's too crazy of a thought that the Dire is going to get this Radiant safe lane tower now. Jellyfish farming up a little more. Eternal Shroud on the way. So we've got another kerfuffle up here. Maddie going down. There's Tombstone up. Thuggy might not make it out of here. Ooh, there's the dagger, and it's over. That's all she wrote. As we expected, this Radiant safe lane tower going down. Strayer's now beelining for the jungle. Ideally, with his offlane doing so well, if they can take out this tier 1, he'll be able to farm the triangle with this Morbid Mass now. Keep a little control of Roshan as long as he's farming this general area. He's still the best character in the game for taking it. Especially if he has something like PA's help or Jellyfish to Pudge to disable. Ooh, unfortunate creep hook from Jellyfish. Popping Eternal Shroud, looking to get some of his mana back, and he's just going to try to walk up ult somebody. Ooh, but not enough. Jakiro slow and Poison Touch. Simply too much for the big... The Dire, already 12 minutes of the game, has control of the Radiant Triangle. This is going to be really big. They're denying this area for Strayer, for Ursa to really farm it out, try to split the difference. And we got Jellyfish falling victim to these slows again. Not going out without a fight. They might be able to take out this Jakiro. Certainly can. That Macro Pirate's going to be really hard to fight into, but it fades. And look, ooh, Jellyfish might even get out of this. Ooh, unfortunately not, but that is not the worst turnaround for them. Another Tombstone drop. Meg with DD might not want to be seen. Interesting Echo Slam. Did about 3 damage. The stun. Drow really probably doesn't want to fight this at all. Matty might go for the save. Great save, but goes down himself. Speedweed decides to stay in the fight instead of leaving with his newfound lease on life. Matty also perhaps getting out. Jellyfish really wants it. I'm sure he's mad at these two right now. Undying, gonna lose more in... Oh, or maybe not. Very rough stuff. We have this Dire team moving together as a unit. Well-oiled machine. Well, the Radiant's in shambles. CJ doesn't know where else to go. Strayer is constantly being hunted down and unable to farm. Ooh, Trevor getting ready for his Radiance. All considering, even though he is 2-7, I think he's really trying to keep his head down, get some work done, pay the bills, tell his wife he loves her. You know, after losing 2 lives on this brave day, Dire really doesn't want to fight. They say, okay, don't want to do this. CJ under fire from this. Oh, and the solo Ravage. Let's see him hit some buttons. Oh, see if he gets the wand. He might not be able to get out of here without a TP. We have another TP coming in from Dazzle. And the big man falls. See, Strayer walking into the triangle yet again. Be a global silence. That's going to be a popped Ursa, folks. Jellyfish coming in. Hoping to salvage the situation a little bit. PA TPing in. Jakiro TPing in for Dire. Now we're in an unfortunate predicament here. Now that we have all the tier 1s missing for Radiant side, PA and Ursa gonna have a really hard time farming here. Drow was able to pick up their earlier losses. Kind of not terrible on items anymore. Again, these slows and stuns, a little too much for these kiteable melee heroes to deal with on the Radiant side. Jellyfish determined to bring one with him again. Able to hook Drow Ranger a little far away. Oh, unfortunately is not able to get the ult. Gonna try anyways. Rest of the team running towards. Interesting Echo Slam again. Takes both out. Missed Ice Path, and they're out. Nice little small victory for this Radiant side. They could really do it, still being 8k net worth under. Let's check in with our pal Strayer. He tickled Roche's toes a little bit. Unable to do it. A little scared. Cold feet. Working on that diffusal blade. Running back into the Roche pit while there's a fight going on in mid. Another bang and shallow grave for Maddie. Still into the tombstone. Really needs to click it. Trying to get some clicks in. Runs away. Oh, an unfortunate hook attempt. Haste Rune bottom. Teams could use it too. Oh, and the Fisher. Fortunately, that's going to be tombstone down and free gold for the Dire side. Let's check in on our pal. Ooh, Blink Dagger on Tidehunter. Now really able to initiate in. Only 30 seconds or so left before he can Ravage again. Doesn't want to get close to the tower. We do have Maddie coming to 1v1. Pretty great. Oh, interesting blink. But unfortunately, the team's collapsing. They want their gold. Now keep in mind, Tidehunter can purge off a lot of these slows, but there are simply too many. And surrounded on all sides, he's buried in the place he wished to. Ooh, but we do have a Dazzle here to save last second if he must. Ult out. Oh, and Jellyfish misses the hook. Huge Ravage by CJ. Ooh, save Shallow Grave, Macro Pyre, and Fisher. Huge fight. Walking through the Macro Pyre. Let's hope they can get out of there. CJ going in, dying like a hero. Broom, don't know it. Continue. Oh, big hook on the silencer. Global silence comes out. Absolutely huge blade mail from Jellyfish. Getting great damage, but unfortunately stuck in the Macro Pyre, and that's going to be even more int for this silencer. Going out of control. Oh, looks like we're getting this. I thought it was a Radiance. I don't know my item builds. Jellyfish in a bad position. Man, just waiting to be able to drop the tombstone. Big tombstone, haven't done anything about it yet. Speedweed fishers himself to death. Very interesting. We'll figure out how Echo Slam works. Oh, very big hook from Jellyfish. Ult out of Undying, and the squishy silencer goes down to this team. While Thuggy's window shopping. Fortunately, we lose our hero, our protagonist, yet again. Not sure what he's saving for, but could be a big item that changes the course of this game. We do have Tombstone, we have a Rapier PA, and we have Blink Ravage. Definitely possible to clean up. Looks like they're begging CJ to do it. Huge hook from Jellyfish, hooking Silencer into the trees. Maddie walking up to try to get a Shallow Grave out. Speedweed fishers his team. And they're saying, why, Tidehunter, why? Blinks in, Ravage! Starts to TP out, manages with the ult. Scared them away with his impressive girth. Tombstone on the high ground. Very hard for the other team to deal with right now. Strayer's preferring the shovel over clothing. Maybe the bare necessities. Ooh, CJ with the cheeky gush on a silencer. Unfortunately, walking towards them might get slowed down too much here. Ice Path, just the tip. Raven specialty. Maddie force staffs in backwards, just to make a statement. Got another outpost here for the Dire team. Thuggy also only spawns haste runes. Very interesting cheats being used by the Dire team tonight. Working on a butterfly, hoping to avoid these Ursa and PA attacks that could be super deadly to him. Or would be if Strayer had an item. CJ riding off the high of that great Blink Ravage. Unfortunately, didn't have enough follow-up to capitalize off it, but I hope he holds his head high knowing he did the right thing. Jellyfish looking for a hook. Walk up ultimate. Maddie too scared. Shallow Graves himself punished for his arrogance. Great force staff away. This dagger might slow him down a little too much. Ooh, insane Hex off his poison touch. But it looks like Big Maddie's taking one for the team. Was not able to save his darling Meglio. I'd like to see a BKB out of him to deal with all these slows, get him out of some sticky situations, but... Ooh, and speaking of... BKB out of PA, chasing down, hook for the silencer. Is the Dire gonna lose their entire team? And there he goes. Raven a little late on the ice path, not a big deal. If they didn't know about the Rapier then, they certainly do now, folks. DD Jakiro coming in with a fat ice path. Tombstone drop down from Undying. Maddie wants to be able to Shallow Grave his teammate, unfortunately unable to. Way too slow. Force staffs out. Insane Yules for Mantis. They're allowed to beat each other up on Pride Month. Speedweed, interesting. Echo Slam. This gust might be the final straw. Undying, oh, slowly chipped away. Jellyfish with blade mail available. Huge hook, unfortunately. Too much damage.
A lonely death.
CJ might finally take out tier 1. insane. Now that the Dire has lost their tier 1 least important in the game, I think this might be the turning point for this Radiant side. Has a... Alright. Thuggy, seeing this Tidehunter, wants to reach behind, give him the old reach around with Earthshaker to help him. Not a lot of mana though, CJ. Ooh. Will he burn the Ravage? Huge Ravage. Fortunately, this Butterfly making him miss all of his hefty swings. Some incredible hieroglyphics here. Oops, Strayer looking to smoke into this Roshan again. Now that he has somewhat, kind of some items, he should be able to take this with relative ease. Fortunately for him, let's see if Earthshaker is able to discern. Oh, and he's too obsessed with farming to be able to do it. Speedweed also now with a Rapier. Oh, never mind. That's PA's. I did not realize he dropped it. Ooh, and the big man goes down. However, Strayer able to get the Aegis, not pick it up. Working on eating the shard first.
Middle barracks are under attack.
And Mango.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Fortunately for him, the walls of his home are crumbling around him. And he's hitting for 308 damage. Even more on the Earthshaker with this Rapier.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's
I'd call it a base race, but it's like a shopping cart versus an F1 car. Ice Path, a little bit of Fountain BM. Speedway looking for the Echo Slam. Strayer wanting to use the Aegis before he has to go home. Huge Ravage out of the Tidehunter. Could this turn the fight around? Unfortunately, with Strayer coming down, that marks the end of this epic 10-man saga.